right, welcome to the special World Cup edition show. Today we're just gonna talk about the World Cup, no boxing. Can you guys hear me okay? All right, I'm shutting down this music. Can you guys hear me okay? Do I have to get close to the mic or let me know? All right. So I'm just gonna wait for Stu to join me. Yep, I sent him the link. All right. So if you guys want to join, let me know. But we are just gonna talk about the World Cup. So, oh, Stu, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
I don't have the soundboard thing, so I can't play your intro.
Oh, fuck the intro. Don't worry about that.
All right. So let's get to it. Should we just start doing the predictions, or should we maybe wait for more people to join?
It's up to you, bro. You're the host. Either way, don't bother me. I mean, like I said, it's a World Cup I'm looking forward to. I'm not sure about Russia. I think there was a bit of corruption there for Russia to win the bid on that one. I mean, I'm just hoping that the football fans don't ruin the World Cup like they did in France. Do you know what I mean? It was a mess from start to finish, weren't it? I mean, the England fans, the Russians, the Turks, the Germans, they're
The
all fucking
Polish.
at it.
Yeah, it was a fucking Royal Rumble there.
Yeah, well, but in Russia, I mean, these guys don't play. They're like MMA fighters, aren't they? It's
Yeah.
like it's like 50 MMA fighters going to fight people that drink and just watch football, and it's only going to be one winner. So, and you when you're in Russia, I mean, it's a tough place, Russia, isn't it? So, I wouldn't want to be going there as a football fan, especially as an England fan, and
But
I certainly wouldn't want to be going there if I was a black guy either.
they already said the British. I'm sorry, the Russian hooligans. They've already said that they're gonna go after the English. So there you have it.
Yeah, they probably will. I think the English fans are going to have to stick together in numbers. One thing that they'll have plenty there. England fans will take plenty there. That's
I was
sure.
watching a documentary about hooliganism.
Yeah,
and that was for Germany 2006, and the British
yeah,
fans. Yeah, you saw it was a BBC documentary.
yeah, I've seen it, bro. Yeah.
Remember they were fighting each other at some point. The British.
Oh, mate,
The
yeah, they
English.
fucking fight. The thing is, though, like I said, a lot of the true football hooligans in England can't travel abroad. Some of them will get through the gates, but a lot of them are banned. A lot of the notorious hooligans are banned. So you get a lot of these wannabe hooligans jumping on the England bandwagon, getting drunk, acting tough in a crowd. But when it comes to a bit of fucking action, their asses go. But obviously, there's a few English guys that'll sit there and fight any man. I mean, the English football hooligans are worldwide known worldwide sort of thing for their behaviour and fightings. But I think it's a new generation, bro, different generation.
Yeah, it's not like in the 80s. That was fucking crazy.
No, fucking hell. I mean, a few years ago, England would have took 40,000 to Russia, and Russians wouldn't have wanted it at all. But these days, a lot of just young guys. I mean, a lot of these guys that are going to the World Cup, they're just normal fans wearing. And say if they're wearing an England shirt, they're not there for a fight. And then you get some fucking big Russian guy with knuckle dusters on. I mean, yeah, there's only going to be one winner, isn't there? Do you know what I mean? So. But yeah, let's get off the football hooligans anyway. Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
I just thought I'd mention that to bide a little bit of time while we wait for people to get in.
Yep. I don't know if anybody else is gonna join the hangouts. I don't know how many people watch football though.
No,
we have a lot of Americans.
Did you see the Crawford fight quickly while we're here?
Yeah.
What did you think of it?
Well, I was disappointed. I thought that he was gonna go 12 rounds, but
yeah.
I mean, what the fuck? I don't even think Horn came in with a game plan. Yeah.
I'll tell you what his game plan was: throw a lead right all night. That's all he did. He was just throwing.
At some point, he
right leads and then grabbing. That's all he was doing. It was like James DeGale all over again.
At some point, he threw 2 right hands and then came in. Who throws 2 right hands consecutively?
I
Like,
know.
it doesn't
I
make
know.
sense.
He didn't try anything different. It was so easy to predict, weren't it? He looked fucking. He looked done after about 4 or 5 rounds as well.
I can't believe he was the champion. I mean, this just shows you these belts don't mean anything. But listen, hey, Indongo was a 2 division champion. Sorry, 2 belt champion, right?
Yeah, the
And
Ricky Bands.
uh, Jeff Horn put off a better fight than Indongo.
Well, yeah. Like I said, Jeff Horn. Let's get it straight here. Jeff Horn was the easiest champion in that division. Crawford came up and picked the easiest guy. So if you want to big Crawford up that, you can. It was a good performance, and he is a good fighter. I've said that before. Definitely on my pound for pound list. But let's not pretend he went up and fought the weakest champion out. A guy that's 18-1 or something like that, hasn't he? He's
Yeah,
got
yeah.
a draw, I think, and he. Do you know what I mean? Fuck's sake. Do you know what I mean? So it was a good win, but let's calm down a bit here. It's not like Crawford came up and went and did what Lomachenko did. Lomachenko went up and fought the best guy in the division. And Crawford went up and fought the weakest champion there was. I mean, let's be real. He shouldn't even have been a champion. Manny Pacquiao, he robbed Manny Pacquiao. So
Yeah. No, it was a complete joke of a fight. I just thought that Jeff Horn was gonna go 12 rounds because he's a tough guy. But well, by the way, what do you think about the stoppage? Who? Hello. All right. I think he dropped off.
yeah, to be fair, I missed the stoppage. You know, the fight was just getting boring. I think I went into the kitchen to get a drink or something, and it got stopped. But
I was gonna go to sleep at some point because I was
yeah,
like, this is gonna
it
go
was
12
getting that
rounds
way for
maybe,
me.
or it was too one sided.
Yeah.
Someone saying PBC stoppage. Maybe. Well, that wasn't even a knockdown, by the way. Jeff Horn slipped. He was throwing a left hook, I think, and he overshoot it, and then he fell. But he was done for sure.
Yeah, he had nothing in his punches. The punches had nothing. I mean, Crawford was walking through his shots. Crawford leaves himself wide open in the pocket though. When he's exchanging, he leaves himself open for big shots. So I think someone's going to get to him eventually. That's for sure. But just not Jeff Horn. Just not good enough.
I'd like to see Sean Porter against Terence Crawford.
Yeah, that'd be a good fight. That would be a good fight. Wait, what happened with that video then? So they took last night's showdown, didn't they, and then put it back up again? That's lazy work. That is. They've seen the title and just put a strike on it.
I think so because I mean, we sent an email. They replied us immediately saying, "Oh, we're gonna look into it." Then a few minutes later, okay, apologies. It's that claim has been retracted. We're like, okay, thank you very much. That's it. Next time, I'm gonna put in the thumbnail. I'm gonna put in no footage, and I'm gonna put in the title no footage. Because
I mean, how sad was it when all them people coming in saying, "Where's the fight? Where's the fight?" Like you can just click on a YouTube video and watch Terence Crawford live. I mean, the fucking brains of these people.
Yeah, and I told them, yeah, after the fight, we're gonna be showing Deadpool 2. You know what I mean? Like,
I know. Fuck's sake.
Are these people new to YouTube or what the fuck, man?
No, they're just brainless, aren't they, mate? You know. That's all it is brainless, because they'll come back next week and they'll be looking for the same fight, won't they? They're coming, same show. Where's the fight again? Do you know what I mean? These fucking guys, man.
Oh, man.
But yeah, let's talk some fucking football then.
All right, let's start with I want to hear your predictions for each group. So I'm going to post them on the screen. I'm going to tell you what's what. So let's hold on. All right. There we go.
Right, I need to hang on a sec. Let me just refresh the YouTube so I can see it then, because I can't see your screen at the moment.
If it slows your connection, then don't do it.
Well, yeah. Right. I think I can see it. Fucking hell, it's a bit blurry. We got. I'm looking at the flags here. I'm taking the first group. Yeah, it's a bit blurry for me. Hang on a sec.
I'll just tell you that.
Any chance you can send me the link to Skype?
Oh, yeah.
Can you send it to Skype?
Yeah. I just did.
Yeah, let's have a look. Yeah, here's a Skype. Let's have a look at this.
I think you have to create an account. Because it's telegraph.uk and they ask you to create an account so you can play this fucking shit game. We have Russia, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and Uruguay. You know what, Stu? Just I'll tell you the countries and you just pick the ones you think are gonna win. All right. I think Stu's connection is not working.
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I had my fucking mute button on, didn't I? Jesus
oh my
Christ.
God. All right.
Yes, so I'll pick the top two. I'll pick the top two who I think's going to go through from each group.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the first group's Russia, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Uruguay. You're gonna have to fancy the host. Russia, not a great side. I mean,
no, but they are the host nations, and you know something's gonna happen. There's some magic.
I mean, even South Africa won games at the World Cup. Do you know what I mean? When they was at home, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Usually the home teams do quite well. I don't know. I think was it South Korea got to the fucking semis, didn't they? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the thing is, Uruguay, obviously, they've got some good players. They've got Cavani, fucking Suarez.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to have to fancy Uruguay to win that group. But Egypt are a very good side. They've got Mo Salah, you know, who for me was the best player in the Premiership by a mile. And there's a few in that Egyptian team. So they're probably one of the best sides in Africa, Egypt. So that's a tough group. Saudi Arabia, I mean, they can have their free games and go back to Mecca, can't they? Because
they have a few players in the Premier League. They have Ahmed El Mohammedi from Aston Villa.
Well, yeah, Al Mohammedi. I mean, Aston Villa were in the Championship. They've only just no, they didn't even get promoted. They lost to Fulham, so they're in the Championship. So that's not even. They're not even in the Premiership. I mean, he used to play for Hull City, didn't he? Mohammedi, average at best. I mean, Saudi Arabia, they're not a poor side, but they're just not good enough to be going through in this group for me. So I'm going to go for a Uruguay to top the group and Russia to come in runners-up.
Fair enough. All right, moving up to Group B, we have Portugal, Spain, Morocco, and Iran.
This is quite an easy one, really, isn't it? I mean, you're gonna have to fancy Spain every day of the week, and Portugal. Like Portugal are the European champions. So.
But how did they win though? There was a lot of luck.
I'll tell you how they won. They didn't win. I think they went through with 3 points. They didn't win one game.
3 draws.
Right. Yeah, 3 draws, and in the European Championship, 3rd place gets you through.
Yeah, it can.
They came fucking 3rd, and then once you get through to the qualifiers, anything can happen, can't it? So it was a fluke when it was like when Greece won it. Can you remember when Greece won it? I mean,
man, did they celebrate over here in Montreal?
Yeah, I just think they fucking did. We've been trying to win something since '66. Them fuckers come with a bum team and win it. But they were solid at the back. And if you've got solid foundations, you can always work on that.
They won every game with a single goal. It was crazy. They beat France, they beat Czech Republic, and then Portugal. It's like, wow, man.
Yeah. I mean that Portugal team, that they knocked us out. You know, there was a
David Beckham missed the penalty.
Yeah, I think they had fucking Ronaldo. They had Nani. They had Quaresma. They had some real good players, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think Dzeko was there. Not Dzeko.
Deco.
Deco.
Yeah.
Deco was there as well. Carvalho. You
Figo.
know, yeah, some good players, man. So Greece, Greece just had I think they had a couple of players in the Premiership, and that was about it. There was just no one there, but they had a good foundations, and they got a few lucky goals, and they were good enough to hold on. But that'll never happen again.
No.
So yeah, Group B, you've got to go for Spain and Portugal. I mean, who's the other one? Morocco and Iran.
Yeah, apparently Iran is pretty solid this time around, but I don't know how solid they are to beat Spain or Portugal. So,
well, I think didn't Iran beat the United States one time?
oh, in the World Cup '98, yeah,
Yeah,
that was a
yeah, I
long time
remember
ago.
that. I remember when they done the fucking. Yeah, Matty Clare saying Paulo Ferreira. Yeah, I remember Paulo Ferreira. He used to play for Chelsea. I didn't like him. I thought he was a donkey.
All right, let's move on. Group
Yeah.
C, you have France, Australia, Peru, and Denmark.
Well, France are going to be one of the favourites for the tournament.
Yep.
You know, you've got Griezmann, you've got Mbappe, you've got Pogba, you've got well, the fucking list goes. I don't think they didn't even take Martial. Look at the players they left. I mean, they left Lacazette and Martial at home. I mean, they've got Oliver Giroud.
I don't even
They've
like
got,
that guy. He's useless. This guy was useless with Arsenal, man. So fucking useless.
No, I like Giroud. Giroud plays for Chelsea. I'm a Chelsea supporter. I am.
Yeah, but he used to play with Arsenal. I'm an Arsenal fan, and this guy wasn't doing shit. It's just because Arsene Wenger, he loves his fucking French players. But
he said he didn't do shit though, man. But he got 20 goals most seasons. Giroud did. Come off the bench, get goals. Oh, he's not a great starter. He's you know, but France like him. That's why they took him. But France have got some real good players. I mean, they've got Dembele as well, haven't they? Is it Barcelona? The guy from Barcelona, Dembele.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got some real talent. The French, one of the favourites to win it. So you've got to fancy the French in that one.
Yeah, they have
Denmark would be my second choice. They've got Christian Eriksen, who is a fantastic player. I mean, I think they beat the Irish about 6-0 to get through. So
5-1, I think.
Yeah, 5-1 or whatever it was. I don't know, but they're a good side. Denmark, Peru, the South Americans. You can never write South American teams off because they are very good on the ball and they're very disciplined sides. So they're going to be a threat to Denmark. Australia, I just don't fancy the Aussies. I'm afraid. They've got no talent.
Australia in 2006 did pretty well. They got out of the group, and then they lost against Italy. They had a red card, and Italy got it. Anyways, Australia actually, I mean, I don't know. They might surprise, man. If they're well organized. In the last World Cup, they did pretty well. They lost 3-2 against the Netherlands. They lost 3-1 against Chile, but they were coming back. I mean, yeah, they didn't win a game or draw, but I don't know. They're well organized, so who knows? But
yeah, I just don't think they've got nothing up front. I mean, the French are going to be too strong. Denmark are quite a typical Scandinavian team, just workman-like with Christian Eriksen in there pulling the strings. They're quite a hard team to beat. The Peru are like a typical South American side. They're going to be organised. I mean, I just don't see a way for Australia. I mean, you never know. I mean, football's a funny game, but for me, I'm going to have to go with France and Denmark. Right. France first, Denmark runners up.
Yep. Hold on. Now, give me a second. I'm going to promote the video on Twitter. I forgot to do it. So, give me 2 seconds. What do you think about Messi? Talk to us about Messi. You think it's going to be the...
See, for me, Lionel Messi is the best player to ever kick a football.
Yeah, but I'm talking international level.
Well, the thing is, it don't matter how good you are, one man is not going to win you a World Cup. What Maradona did with that Argentinian team is a one-off. That's not going to happen again. You know, you still need a team around you. A system that's going to work. I mean, the RGs have had tremendous players over the years, just never clicked. They're a bit like England. They're a bit like England. They've got good players, but just don't click in the big time. And they got to the final last time, so you know. But that, we've seen Argentina fail to deliver on many occasions. I mean, I know they got to the final. That they should have won it. To be honest with you, I thought they were unlucky. They could have won it, but
the problem with Argentina. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Go on, bro.
I think the problem with Argentina is the same as England. There's a lot of pressure to win the World Cup. I know, obviously Brazil, and they all have it, but I think it's a pressure on top of maybe not being at the same level as.
Yeah, I mean, it's their back five as well. I mean, you can be the best player in the world going forward, but if you've got donkeys like Otamendi at the back, then you know. I mean, they got beat 6-1 by Spain, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
You know, so it doesn't look good for him. I mean, Lionel Messi's he's that special player. So you know, when a game's tight and there's a few minutes to go, you know, at any time he could pull some magic out of the hat, sort of thing. But it's going to be hard for the RG. So they're just not good enough at the back. I mean, they're shaky. The Spanish went through them like fucking bread through fucking butter, bread knife through butter. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
I don't know, man. What do you think
About Argentina? Messi.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Messi, look, listen, I've been saying this all along. Messi, he always relied on good midfielders in Barcelona, like Xavi, Iniesta. So without these players, Messi's not gonna be the same. He's playing in Argentina with other players. I mean,
I think you knocked it on the head. The pressure that Messi is under to deliver that World Cup is like second to none. I mean, I think that's why he retired actually from the Argentinian side a few years ago. He actually retired, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he was at his peak as well. It's not like his legs had gone and he couldn't compete. He was at his peak and he retired. I think the pressure
he was puking in the final. He was puking. Remember in the final, one of the I don't remember which final. The guy was vomiting, puking in the field. Like the guy's there's so much pressure on him. This guy can't take it, man.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah. And like I said, he needs other players to step up. He needs Higuain to step up. He needs Paulo Dybala to step up. He needs, you know, you can't just rely on Messi to do it all the time. And I think that's what Argentina's problem is. Just give it to Messi and hope that he does something magical. And, you know,
and they compare him to Maradona on top of everything else. It's like,
I mean, yeah, I know what you're saying, but it's different times. I mean, let's be real. Stick Messi in a German side, and then he'll have 3 World Cups in his fucking trophy cabinet. So, you know, what Maradona did with Argentina, like I said before, was a bit of a one-off, mate. I don't think you're going to see one guy carry a whole team like that ever again.
Yeah, no, you won't.
Maradona was special, man. I mean, this guy used to take coke and then go on a field and fucking get a hat trick. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
All right, moving on. Group D: Argentina, Iceland, Croatia, and Nigeria. I think you know a little bit about Iceland, don't you? You know about Iceland, right? All right. I think your connection fucked up. If you guys don't remember...
That's that mute button again. Iceland, man. Fuck's sake, Iceland, man. I mean, I don't even want to hear that name. Do you know what I mean? It was one of the most depressing days of my life, that game. It weren't even that we got beat. It was the way we got beat. I mean, it was just atrocious. So Roy Hodgson, one of the worst managers ever to grace an England shirt. He is terrible, and we deserved everything we got.
What the fuck was he doing? Like, he was a West Brom trainer, I think.
Yeah, fucking the guy Liverpool sacked him after about 2 months. I hated the guy. They were doing petitions and everything. Hey, listen, Liverpool never really sacked managers, but this guy, the fans had petitions out to get him out. They fucking hated this guy. He's useless. I mean, the guy goes with a setup that gets us to World Cup and then changes it a week before the tournament starts. fucking all players out of position, unfit players as well, like Rooney and. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just a shambles from fucking start to finish, man. When you're relying on Daniel Sturridge to pull something out for you, you know, it's not going to happen. I mean, I'm glad that clown's not going. I fucking don't like Daniel Sturridge. I think he's garbage.
Wow.
And we just had some. It was a poor team, poor manager. It was just. I mean, but still going out to Iceland. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I don't understand.
Right, let's have a look at this group then.
All right.
We got the RGs, Nigeria, dark horse of the tournament for me. One of the dark horses. Nigeria, tasty little side. I think with the Africans though, the only problem with the Africans, they've got all the ability on the world on the ball, and they're quick and athletic and strong. They just can't defend.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They haven't got football brains. If you,
they're
you know
disorganized.
They're not organized. They haven't got a football brain in them. Everything's all fucking 100 mile an hour. I mean, they're wild at the back, aren't they? And I just think when you come against the strong sides in this tournament, they might get found out a little bit. But in this group, I mean, this is a tough group for them. I mean, Iceland, they're a bit like Northern Ireland. Not really any good players, but they're just hard to beat. They are hard to beat, man. And like I said, if you're not at your best, they can fucking catch you out and nick a win. Croatia are a good side. You know,
they always.
Yeah, they've got some. Croatia. Yeah, they've got some very good players. I mean Luka Modric in it. He's Croatian, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Luka Modric. Who's the
Rakitic.
guy? I tell you the guy at fuck me, I forgot his name. Oh, forget about it. I'm tired today, bro. I've been fucking working all day, so tired. But Croatia have got some decent players. I mean, it's between Argentina and Nigeria and Croatia. It's a tough one for me, but I'm going to go for Croatia. I just think Nigeria. Their defense is going to come back to haunt them, I think.
Okay, so you're saying Argentina first?
Argentina first and Croatia. I think Argentina are good enough to get out of that group, the winners. Do you know what I mean?
The thing about Croatia, man, they have players in Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, everywhere.
Oh yeah, they've got players. Yeah, they have. Yeah, they've got some very good players.
Cup of 1998, where they finished third, they haven't done anything at World Cup.
Oh, what with Davor Suker and all them?
Oh yeah.
No, was it Proborski?
It was Suker.
No, he's Czech Republic. Czech Republic he is, yeah.
But I don't know, these Slavic countries usually they have amazing qualifying campaigns, and some of these countries have a lot of good players, like they play in the biggest clubs. But when it comes to the World Cup, they I don't know, man. Like they just become small, man. Small countries. Last World Cup, it was Mexico, Brazil, Croatia, and Cameroon. And you know, the last game was Croatia-Mexico, and you know, Croatia has better players. They play in the biggest clubs in Europe, and they were saying, you know, we have better players in Mexico, blah blah blah. They lost 3-1. So it's not just because you have the best players that you have players playing the best clubs. It's how you play as a unit, as a team, and Iceland is the best example of that. I mean, where these players, nobody knows these players. Some of them play in the Premier League and the Championship, I think, but they're not superstars, but they know how to play together, man.
Yeah. So, bit like Northern Ireland, like I said, bit like Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
Very, very average players, but they're always getting wins. I mean, they've beat Spain and they've beat fucking Italy and all sorts. So, I mean, they get wins against big sides. So Iceland are a bit like that. But I'm going to have to go Croatia. I just think Croatia got some. They play lovely football, Croatia. They've got some very good players. But like a guy in the chat said, I think he might be Croatia himself, Dr. Stillhammer. He says about hang on, what did he say? Let me just get back to the chat. He says that they're mentally weak. Croatia are mentally weak, and they crumble in big games. And he's right, a bit like England.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the mentality after. Cameron, are you there?
What's going on, guys? How's it going?
You saying, Cameron?
Yeah, good to talk some football, man. I'm looking forward to this World Cup, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that when Butcho texted me and said, "Do you want to do a World Cup show?" Because we had a big night of boxing last night. But I think Butcho, I think you've had enough of talking boxing for a while, haven't you, Butch?
No, but the World Cup's gonna start soon, so we get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Thursday, isn't it? Thursday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's get it over
Russia,
with.
Saudi Arabia, first game.
That's not a very
All the
interesting
picks
game.
I've been watching, by the way. All the picks that you've been picking about who you think goes through. I've agreed with all of them so far. Funny enough.
Have you, mate? Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm trying to keep it real. I mean, like I said, Nigeria, that's a tough one between Croatia and Nigeria. But I'm just going to go with Croatia because just that Europeans always a bit more solid at the back end, and I
But
just
the Portugal Spain group's a formality. I mean, really, you think? Yeah, you'd think them two
Yeah,
are going to go
yeah,
through. So all
yeah.
the others, I think. Yeah, I think Croatia and Nigeria pick on one.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't think Morocco and Iran. I don't think they're good enough to beat. Mind you, Portugal early on in the group stages, they're there for the taking. They don't really win many games. They just sneak through with draws and stuff like that. They are there to take. I mean, the problem with Ronaldo, if Ronaldo don't click for Portugal, they're fucking useless.
Well, that's Spain. They folded and they completely folded up in the last World Cup, didn't they?
Oh.
The group stages.
But this team, they've got fucking hell. They've got Diego Costa. They're playing on fire. They've got Zico. They've got who's the other guy at Real Madrid?
They got a few, haven't they, Madrid?
Yeah, the guy at Real Madrid. I can't fucking hell. Asen Sal. They got him. They've got some good players, man. They have.
The Gea in goal.
I mean, even Jordi Alba, left back. I really like him. I think he's a terrific player. You know, they've got the best goalkeeper in the world for me. They've got the biggest piece of shit in the world, Sergio Ramos. I know that, but he's a good player. And then they've got Gerard Piqué. So that's a solid back four they've got, man. And then they've got, I think, is it Caballero at fucking Madrid? I think that plays right back. Yeah. They've got a solid back five. And then in midfield, you've got the thing with the midfield, man, they've been changing around lately. I mean, Iniesta's gone, isn't he? So I'm not sure they're going to play. David Silva's going to play. We know that. What a player he is. So you've got to fancy Spain as one of the favourites.
Jordi Alba, Cesar Azpilicueta.
Yeah, they got Isco in there as well.
Yeah, Azpilicueta might play right back. Actually, I think he might play right back.
I mean, up front, you got a good. Yeah, I mean, Diego Costa's been playing well for Atletico, so.
Koke from Atletico Madrid.
Who else they got up front?
They have Diego Costa.
Yeah, Koke from Madrid. He's top notch. I like him.
They have Diego Costa, Iago Aspas from Celta Vigo, and then they have Rodrigo from Valencia. But thinking about Spain, they don't play with a lot of strikers, though. I mean, they play more with like just false nines.
Yeah.
I mean, Portugal, Chelsea tried to play Hazard as a false nine and just don't work for me. It's a horror. I hate it. Jose Mourinho did it. We went to Old Trafford and played Schürrle at front on his own. We had like 3 world-class strikers on the bench. I mean, I just don't like this false nine. Never really works. People think because Messi can play it that everyone else is going to be able to play it. It don't work like that.
No.
I mean, who Portugal got in this World Cup? I mean, obviously you got Ronaldo. Who else you got? William Carvalho. I mean, who else you got?
Let me tell you.
I'm struggling for the
Moutinho.
Portuguese.
João Moutinho, is he still playing?
Cansao, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, who they got up front? I mean, Ronaldo.
I'll tell you.
What happened to the guy at
Let's got Pepe.
What happened to Sanchez? Was it Sanchez who went to Swansea? This guy was tipped to be the next best thing out of Portugal. The guy can't even get a fucking game for Swansea now, man.
Hey, remember Bebe?
Huh?
Remember Bebe? He played with Manchester United for like...
Pepe, yeah, but Alex Ferguson...
Yeah,
Alex Ferguson paid stupid money for him, and I don't think ever played him, did he?
Because Dunga told him. Dunga from Brazil, he told... Bad move, man. This guy ended up in like... I don't know where. I mean,
Ferguson's bought some right donkeys from abroad.
Does Pepe still play for Portugal? He must be getting old now.
No, I think he's retired, bro.
No, he's in Beşiktaş in Turkey.
He must be at least 37 or something like that.
No, he's retired from international.
35.
Football,
yeah, that's old, man.
Yeah,
he's probably still one of the best defenders if they did play. I mean, let's be honest.
He's a dirty fucker. I know that.
Yeah, he was in Madrid.
Yeah, Madrid. It's full of dirty players, man. Sorry for Madrid fans, but I don't know. They choose the more psychotic fucking defenders. Except Roberto Carlos. He was pretty good. Like he wasn't dirty.
I said that. Roberto Carlos free kicks, man.
Fuck, man. With that left foot, man. Jesus.
So what group are we on now then?
All right,
We've done.
Move on.
We're on Group E now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Talking of Brazil, that's the group we're on now. Brazil, Switzerland, Costa Rica, and Serbia. Who you got on that one, Cameron?
I think obviously Brazil. And probably Costa Rica, I'd say.
Whoa.
What ahead of Serbia?
Yeah, I think so, man. I think Costa Rica do quite well this year.
They're not
Big shout, no.
They won't repeat that what they did in the last World Cup. That was pretty impressive. They actually topped the group with 7 points.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm just kind of going off the back of that. I mean, yeah, I see what you're saying. I mean, Serbia, I do fancy Serbia as well. I think Switzerland, I don't think Switzerland they're going to do well this year at all. But I mean, obviously you've got Brazil one year, at least number one.
Switzerland have got they've got a couple of decent players, and they've got Xhaka at Arsenal, and they've got Shaqiri at Stoke. But they're another side that just solid, just built around a system, and they get results, but they're just not good enough to go on and win tournaments. So for me, Brazil are going to go through. I mean, Brazil. Yeah. When you look at Brazil's team, you've got some serious talent in that side. You know, Neymar speaks for himself, doesn't he? You know, you've got Jesus at Man City, who's looking terrific. Even Willian looks like he's one of their best players at the moment. You know, they've got some decent players. I mean, I'm not sure. Do they still play David Luiz? I've not seen Brazil play.
I was going to tell you that he did not make the team. He did not make the team.
Who they got up front this year? Neymar.
Because they've got Marcos at the back, haven't they? Marquinhos, I think his name is.
It's Firmino from Liverpool in the team.
Yeah, he's gone to the World Cup. Firmino as well, yeah.
Yeah, so Brazil got a good team this year.
Oh no,
like, all around.
Stu, were you talking about Felipe Luis, or were you talking about the guy?
No, Felipe Luis is. No, I'm talking about David Luiz.
Oh no, he's not.
He's not in the team. I don't think.
I call him Sideshow Bob from The Simpsons. He's here. No, he didn't make the team. Up front, they have Neymar, Tyson from Shakhtar Donetsk, Firmino from Liverpool, and Gabriel Jesus from Manchester City.
Yeah.
That's a good.
He's got a good goal record for Brazil, actually.
He's a terrific player, like Jesus. I mean, he's going to be the main man when Sergio Aguero leaves Man City. He's going to be their main man. He's a terrific player.
Someone in the chat saying,
can someone tell me? Hey, can someone tell me quickly why Leroy Sané didn't get in the German side? How the fuck did that happen?
Man.
How that happened?
He's too young.
It's a joke, isn't it?
He's one of their best players.
Too young, but have you seen what he's won?
Hey, please don't tell me they took that Schürrle and all them donkeys.
Yeah, they took Schürrle, man, I think.
Oh, fuck's sake, man. You telling me you're leaving Leroy Sané at home for donkeys? You know Thomas Muller's there, isn't he? Thomas Muller's going to be there. He's going to be there in 50 years' time, walking out in a German shirt. You know he is, man.
Yeah. He had a good World Cup last year. Well, sorry, 4 years ago.
Though.
He's been around. Hey, I think he played for the German team when Adolf Hitler was around. I mean, that's how long the guy's been around, man.
Someone in the chat saying Robinho's still alive. He's in prison for gang rape, isn't he? Brazilian Robinho, he's in prison for gang rape. That's what I heard. 8 years.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Robinho.
That's the only target he hit then.
When he was joining Man City, he was a real flop, wasn't he?
Flop, fucking hell, proper flick flop, weren't he?
Do you remember Adriano? He was supposed to be the next big thing.
I liked Adriano. I thought Adriano was a good player, strong, nice left foot. I liked him.
Alcoholic, big time alcoholic. By the way, the Shepherd of Sun says Podolski was a wasted talent. I agree. Oh, Podolski was good.
He joined Arsenal, didn't he? So he definitely was.
Man, don't
say that again. Podolski, what?
He was a wasted talent.
Well, Podolski used to score loads of goals for Germany, but couldn't get in his club side. Wherever he went, he was on the bench. He was on the bench at Munich. Was it Stuttgart or someone he played for as well? I mean, at Arsenal, he was on the bench. He just never really established himself as the target man. He was always a bench player. But for Germany, they always used to pick him and he used to get loads of goals. Same with Klose. You know,
great player.
Yeah, Klose used to get loads of goals. I mean, I think the Polish could be quite pissed off. I think Pavel will be pissed off about that one because the Germans nicked him off Poland because he's actually Polish, isn't he?
He's Polish? Podolski's
He has a record for top goal scorer ever. World Cup.
Podolski and Klose are both Polish.
Oh.
And then sure.
Don't blame him, to be honest, do you? When they won the World Cup.
I mean, look at his trophy cabinet. It was a good move, wasn't it?
Won the World Cup and everything.
I think he's the maximum goal scorer in World Cup history.
Klose is.
Yeah, he scored loads of goals. I'll tell you what, a striker I used to like. Christian Vieri.
Oh, yeah.
The Italian.
He was at Inter Milan, wasn't he?
Yeah, fucking bad boy striker. I used to really like. He used to score a lot of goals for Italy. He's actually an Australian, isn't he?
Yeah. Totti was a favourite player of mine, Francesco Totti.
I didn't really like Totti that much.
No. I didn't like him either.
No, I thought he was well overrated.
What other top strikers? There's a lot when I was growing up. A lot of top strikers in the World Cup. I remember I was like the first World Cup I watched was 2002. That was when Brazil had Rivaldo, Ronaldo.
Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, Rivaldo at front. I mean, well, we got knocked out by that team.
By the Ronaldinho goal.
David
Seaman. What the fuck was David Seaman doing?
We were 1-0 up, right? We were 1-0 up, and they had 10 men, and we still lost.
Fucking David Seaman, man. When Ronaldinho had that free kick.
This guy was walking way too far, like in front. Like, I mean, I don't know, man. He should have been like, maybe 2 steps behind.
That England team had the best defence in the World Cup, though. Rio Ferdinand, Sol Campbell, Ashley Cole, and Gary Neville.
Yeah.
A solid. That's how it got us that far. But
hey,
I mean,
talking about
Brazilian back then, I used to prefer football. Back then, I just thought.
Same.
Yeah, I mean, some of the players like Zidane and all them players, I just loved watching them. But
talking about wasted talent, Michael Owen. To me, Michael Owen was a player that he's not typical English player. He could actually dribble, and he was like fast, a bit like a Brazilian player, you could say.
Yeah,
Argentina.
Yeah, that goal against Argentina. But what happened to him? I think because when he went to Real Madrid, he lost it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Michael Owen, right? I'll tell you what happened with Michael Owen. The guy was he was smashing at World Cups at like 18, and he was a very quick player, very nimble, but he kept getting hamstring injuries. And players like that, you'll always find out when players start to get a lot of injuries, they start losing a yard. They have to start adapting their game. Like certain players, when they lose their pace, they'll drop into the playmaker role. They'll drop deep and start playing. But he hasn't got that in his game. His game was running into space or running into gaps and looking for the long one over the top and using his pace to get on the end of it. But once he's losing that pace, I think he just couldn't adapt his game and his game fell to pieces. I mean, the injuries, and then he lost love for football. I mean, this guy won European Footballer of the Year. Let's not forget it. He was a good player. He won European Footballer of the Year. And he did very well at Real Madrid. When he went to Real Madrid, he did a very good job there. And just unfortunately for him, there was Raul, Ronaldo, and they had Raul and Ronaldo keeping him out the side, sort of thing.
They're not gonna put Raul in the fucking bench. I mean, he's like.
Do you remember when 2010 Stu, when Lampard scored that goal against Germany? It wasn't given. So 2010 wasn't it? Lampard scored that goal against Germany.
Listen, the fucking ball bulged out of the net, and the ref still didn't see it. I mean, come on, man.
It was well inside the goal, but I mean, it's the sideline.
This is why we've got goal line technology now, and all because of that goal, that Lampard. That's when they started. Because you can't have that at big games. That was like a big game in a World Cup. I mean, that could have changed the game. We fell to pieces after that.
Yeah, it's the last 16 when it was at quarter final.
Yeah,
last 16.
Yeah, last 16. Yeah.
All right, let's
Yeah,
move on.
Shepard have said he forgot what team Nedved played for. Nedved was
Juventus.
Czech Republic.
Czech Republic,
okay.
yeah. He's a great player for Juventus.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So Group E, I didn't get your second pick. Switzerland, Costa Rica, or Serbia?
Serbia.
Yeah, I'm changing to Serbia as well. To be honest, I'm changing to Serbia.
Serbia, a bit like Croatia. They've got solid players, good players all around Europe, but big teams. Them Balkans, the teams of the Balkans are quite hard to beat. They're tough sides, man. But they just fall at the final hurdle sort of thing. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Serbia. They'll be there or abouts. A good side.
All right, Group F: Germany, Mexico, Sweden, and South Korea.
It's gonna be Germany and Mexico, isn't it?
I hope so.
Well, you got Mexico. Let me see the group. I'm just trying to Germany, Mexico, Sweden. I tell you what, that's a hard group you've got there, Butcho. That's a really tough group because Sweden are a handful. They ain't got any great players, and they're not going to rip you apart by passing you off the park. But they're fucking solid at the back. They're not. What's that noise in the background?
Sorry, man. It might be me on mute.
Yeah, what the fuck?
They knocked the Italians out, didn't they? And
but then
I
again,
watched that game. The fucking Italians were throwing everything, and they're solid at the back. The Swedes. That's going to be a tough game. I just don't think they bring too much forward, especially without Zlatan. But South Korea is one to watch for me in this group.
That Italian team, they would have lost against Luxembourg. They were so bad, man. So I don't put a lot of emphasis to. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, Sweden beat Italy," but Italy were crap the whole fucking qualification process throughout the whole qualification process. So and then they won by one goal. I mean, one goal.
He wouldn't play their best players. I mean, they were lucky to get through, but that's all in a one-off game. But Joe, if they do that to you, they could nick 3 points off you. That's what I'm trying to say to you.
Yeah, you're right.
And with South Korea. South Korean World Cups are a handful for anyone. They always do well. They're not going to go and win it. Don't get me wrong. But they're going to give. They're not going to be a rollover for anyone. So that is a real tough group. But I'm going to have to go German. You've got to fancy the Germans. Just they're a machine, aren't they? Yeah. They're a machine. Just tune in to win games. Mexico, talented side. I mean, Chicharito is. That for me, he's going to have to score. He's going to have to score goals. You need him to be scoring goals. You
have Carlos.
What
Vela.
about the guy? Is Giovanni still? Is Giovanni still playing for Mexico?
Yeah, but he's gonna be in the bench. Like Mexico, we have this new player. He's 22 years old. I think he was the maximum goal scorer in the Dutch league. He played with PSV, and he's 22. And there's rumors he's gonna go to Manchester City. I think Everton wanted him, but they don't have the money.
You want about Lozano?
Just give me some of your best players at the moment, because I just need reminding who the Mexico's best players are.
We don't have like major players, but we have players that are like Lozano. This guy, like I said, he plays with PSV, and he's gonna go to Manchester City pretty soon.
Isn't he only like 20 years old or something like that?
Yeah. I'll tell you what one thing Mexico do. They play lovely football. Typical. I know Mexico's not South America; it's Central America, but they play South American football. Very, very good on the ball. Very, very cool. Because they're very tiny. It's like, can you remember the old Barcelona team used to just pass people off the park when they had Xavi, Iniesta, and Fabregas, all these little midgets running around everyone, ripping everyone up. Mexico's like a poorer version of Barcelona.
Let me tell you this, okay? Mexico, they're shorter. So they have to play a different type of football. They're not gonna play the fucking English long ball, fucking German.
That's right.
But hold on. At some point, Mexico, fucking idiots. You know who they hired as a coach? Sven Goran Eriksson.
Oh my god, they did.
And this piece of shit was trying to make Mexico play like a European, like tall team, long balls. It wasn't working. We almost didn't qualify. Can you believe that? Didn't qualify playing Canada. I mean, fuck.
Hey, just lump it up to Hernandez for the flick on. I mean, that's not going to work, is it?
No.
It's just
You play to your advantages. Like South Korea, they're short, but they're pretty fast. So they play at different time.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to change my pick now that Sven's in them.
No, he was. No. That was 2010 or something like.
Oh, I've got to say, man, you don't say he's there.
No.
They're one of their managers. Their manager now is fucking Colombia.
You got to remember this Mexico team. This Mexico team. A lot of these players would have won the Olympics. Is that right?
Yeah, against Brazil in London. And by the way, this Brazilian team, they had Marcelo, Neymar. They had Neymar, they had Hulk, because they wanted to win that gold medal because that was the only thing that they hadn't won yet. So they put their best players in the fucking Olympics, man, and they still lost against Mexico. So I was impressed.
But Mexico deserved to win that. But my point is, a lot of them players that played in that game are actually probably established internationals for the Mexicans. So Mexico, you can't write Mexico off. They are a decent side. So I'm going to go Germany and Mexico. But don't be surprised if South Korea knock one of them two out.
Yeah. Do you think somebody can snatch 1 point against Germany?
Yeah, I do. The Germans are not the force they used to be, bro. They're not. They're just they know how to get results. They're not playing anyone off the park. They're like I said, they're a machine, a tuned-in machine just to get results. They're not flamboyant on the ball, or nothing like that. They're just solid and fundamental, and they win games. So that noise in the background, Cameron.
Yeah, Cameron.
Sorry, man, I was just about to say something. That's why. But I was going to ask, who has Sweden got in their team this year anyway? That's what I was going to ask.
Let me check. I don't even know. They don't have Ibrahimovic. The guy, like, he quit the team and then he wanted to come back once they qualified. So they said no. Like, you didn't want to show up for the qualifiers. Why would you show up for the World Cup? Not fair.
Yeah. No, Zlatan, he's, like I said, he's full of himself anyway, isn't he?
I'm looking at the Swedish team and I don't see anybody. They have Victor Nilsson Lindell something. He plays with Manchester United.
No one there, is there?
I mean, no, really. No. Swansea, some guy from Swansea.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to stick with my pick, Germany, Mexico.
Hey, guys. Can I say something about there's a curse? I don't know if you know, but there's the curse of the world champions. So when a team wins a World Cup, the World Cup after, they fuck up major. Now, let me explain this. This has been happening since 1998. Okay? So 1998. Who won the World Cup in 1998?
France.
France. What happened to France in 2002?
Not time the groups.
Exactly.
First game, they got knocked out. But didn't they win the European Championship 2 years before that?
Yeah, but I'm talking about World Cup. I'm talking about World Cup. So 4
so did
years
Spain.
later.
Spain did that in 2010 and 12. And then
hold on.
To the next World Cup.
Then who won World Cup 2002?
Brazil.
Okay, this wasn't that bad, but Brazil in 2006 they lost against France by 1 goal in the quarterfinals. Brazil lost against France in the quarterfinals. Okay, it wasn't that bad, but okay, anyways. Then who won World Cup 2006?
Italy.
Okay, how did Italy do in South Africa?
Not time the groups, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, there's a curse. I mean, when England won it in '66, in '70, we flopped out the tournament quite early as well. So yeah, it's just hard to. It's hard. It's 4 years on. That's the thing. A lot happens in football in 4 years. Your whole team can change, and that's the problem.
By the way, that World Cup 1966, was that really an English goal?
What do you mean? Yeah. Well.
What do you mean? You know what I mean.
Listen, the fucking Germans have robbed enough people over the years, mate. What they did was they got their own back with the Lampard goal. Fucking, that was a lot worse, weren't it? So, what goes around comes around in football, but it didn't really matter, did it? Because Jeff Hurst sealed it with the 4th. So,
yeah, true. All right,
but
Group G.
But you're right. There's a curse. There's a curse.
Spain. I didn't get to Spain. Spain won the World Cup 2010, 2014. They don't even make it out of the group.
Got fucking smashed 5-1 in the group. 5-1.
My God. All right. So there's so I'm hoping there's a German curse because we're in the same group as Germany. So let's see. Let's wait and see. All right. Group G. We have Belgium, Panama, Tunisia, and England.
England.
You get a fucking England #1, Stu, are you?
Hey, whenever England play in the World Cup, I always get the fucking barbecue out, get a few beers. I've cut the mates around, and by the end of the game, everyone's on a downer, aren't they? This is a problem. This is a problem with England, but I'm quite confident in this group. Panama bring absolutely zero to the table. Tunisia, we've played Tunisia a few times. Even when we were poor, we beat them. So this young England team, believe it or not, because there's not many stars in the side.
Here we go.
We've actually built a system that works, and we're actually playing a team system instead of playing to individuals with players out of positions. And I think this England team can be a real threat.
Stu, do you not think that because we've got no stars and no real expectations that we might perform better?
This is my point, bro. I think we will perform better. I think we look a lot more solid. The system suits us. 3-5-2. We're playing 2 up front. We've got Harry Kane, one of the best strikers in the world. Dele Alli can turn it on. Raheem Sterling is looking at a magical player at Man City. You know, we've got Jamie Vardy, who scores 20 goals or plus in England every season in the Premier League. We've got a real decent side there. Do you know what I mean?
Rashford.
We've got Marcus Rashford. Yeah, I could forget Rashford. Do you know what I mean? So we've got some real good options there. And we've got Jesse Lingard as well.
Is Welbeck going?
Yeah, Welbeck's there. He's a utility player, really, and he fucking. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Who are you gonna have as a goalkeeper?
Who have we got on the defence, by the way? I know we've got Gary Cahill.
Well, Delph will play. Delph won't play at the back three. Kyle Walker's going to play on the right centre of a three because the guy brings pace that we've not had for years. When we were playing Terry and Upson at the back, it was like Dad's Army at the back, weren't it? I mean,
well, Jack Butler out of keepers, Booch. I think Butland's got the most caps.
Yeah, Kyle Walker brings the pace. Well, I think Stones will play because when you play a free, you've always got one centre back that's free to bring the ball out, and you want someone that can.
He's got experience as well, and he's got a bit more experience.
He's very good on the ball. He's learnt at Man City, isn't he? He's good on the ball anyway, but at Man City, that they're taught to play from the back, so that he looks like he's going to start, and I think he might go with Cahill just for experience, but him or Jones. But thank God Smalling's not going because that guy's fucking terrible. But yeah, I'm quite confident with this England team. I think Pickford's going to start in goal for us. I think on the right, I'm not sure about Alexander-Arnold. I think he's a bit of a liability. I think Real Madrid showed that in the Champions League final. They played down inside all night and they're ripping him to pieces. I think he's too inexperienced. Going to be a very good player, don't get me wrong, but I'd like to see someone else in there. But yeah, I'm quite confident. That Belgium team, they struggle to get it together. I've never really seen that Belgium team click and turn it on. And they've got Hazard, De Bruyne, you know, Lukaku, fucking the list goes on, man. They've got Courtois in goal, Alderweireld at the back. I've got an echo.
I don't hear anything.
I'm muted, man, so it's probably just
just my. But yeah, they've got. I mean, they've got some real good players, haven't they? Hazard's going to have to really turn it on. He went missing in the last tournament.
Fellaini.
Yeah, Fellaini. He'll go. They love him there, don't they? They love him.
Still has the
Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah, I mean they've got some good players. Let's be real. But I fancy us to do a number on Belgium. I think they're there for the taking. So I'm going to go England to win the group and Belgium runners up.
Now, Stu, we're supposed to put emotions aside here.
No, sorry. I'm thinking with my brain. I'm not saying this England team's the fucking next best thing, but I've not seen a lot from the Belgium to be worried about them. And on our day, this England team, we're not sitting back and letting teams dominate us anymore. We're the one that's dominating teams with possession, and it's a new breed of football we've got coming. You got to remember, England under 21s won the European Cup, and the under 19s or 18s or something won the World Cup. So a lot of our young players that are coming through are World Cup winners. So we're going to be strong soon, and I think this new team we've got, I'm quite confident about it for once.
All right. So we have England finishes first and Belgium finishes second.
I'm with that as well.
Like, you think England wins the group with 7 points and then it's a goal difference with Belgium, or do you think like they get 9 points?
I think England will get 7 points, but I think they'll win the group. I think they'll win 2 games, get a draw. I think Belgium will probably win 1 game and get 2 draws or something like that.
Oh, wow. It could be. All right. Group H. Poland, Senegal, Colombia, and Japan.
This group is proper open, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who's got an echo coming there? No, it's gone now.
Poland. Sorry, what's the group?
Poland,
Senegal. I'm gonna go for the Polish to go through. I think the Polish are looking quite decent lately. I mean, when you've got Lewandowski up front, you know, you've got a world-class striker there. So that's going to give you a chance. Senegal, typical African side, very athletic, strong, pacey, but just can't defend. Got no idea of how to defend. Colombia, always a hard game. Always a hard game. Just like I said, Japan are quite a hard team to beat because they're very fit. I mean, they outrun a lot of teams, Japan, but I just think they lack a bit of strength. I'm going to go with Poland and Colombia. I'm going to go Poland to win the group and Colombia second.
All right. So we are done with the group stages. We have Russia, Uruguay, Portugal, Spain, France, Denmark, Argentina, Croatia, Brazil, Serbia, Germany, Mexico, Belgium, England, Poland, and Colombia. So now we get to the round of 16, and this is where everything changes over here, man. Pressure, mentality. You go to penalties. I mean, fuck, man. Yeah. Anything can happen.
This is where England usually fold up when they get through cruises.
Yeah, Mexico too, man. Since 1994, Mexico has made it out of the group stage, and since 1994, they always lose in the round of 16. So
the thing is, when it goes to penalties, England might as well just concede the game.
Yeah.
We just can't. We can't score penalties. It's a mental thing. I think because our country get on our players' backs because we've lost so many. We've gone out so many tournaments through penalties that we're starting to get on their backs, calling them cowards and shit. And I think it plays with them mentally. And I think when they step up, they fall to pieces. I mean, when England are in a fucking tournament, they get to a penalty shooter. None of our strikers are stepping up. We've got people like Gareth Southgate taking them, and David Batty, and you know, well, we have John Terry and people like that. Do you know what I mean?
David Batty.
We have.
Yeah.
No. Donkeys taking the fucking penalties when our strikers don't want to know.
Man. David Beckham, when he kicked that penalty against
over to Portugal, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Argentina.
What, the one he scored over?
Yeah. Oh, that's it. Yeah, that was terrible.
Fucking terrible, wasn't it?
Telling you guys need to stop pressuring. I mean, but it's understandable because the English Premier League is, if not the best league in the world, it's like the second best league, maybe. I think it's the best one in the world. So there's a lot of pressure for England, you know, to win a World Cup because they have the best league in the world.
Yeah, best league in the world. But the problem is that all the top teams buy players from abroad nowadays, so it's not really about the English players.
Yeah. Apology, are you there?
Yeah.
There's a guy in the chat, right? Of Evan Fields, and he's talking about Senegal, I think. And he's saying they're a live dog, and he's right because they've got Keita and Mane, and you know, Stott definitely a live dog. I think with the African teams, they're great going forward. They look good on the ball, athletic, quick, just can't defend. And when you're playing against solid units, you need to be able to defend. So, but let's be real. On their day, they could tear someone up if they get it right. But
I remember in 1998 they said, because Nigeria played quite well in that World Cup, they said in the next few years we're gonna have an African world champion, and it hasn't happened yet. They call it the dark dream.
It's because they can't defend, bro. I mean, look what. To be fair, look what Luis Suarez did to him to knock.
Ghana should have won that fucking game.
Oh, they should have. Suarez is a dirty little bastard.
Yeah, he is.
Dirty fucker.
Is he in this squad this season for Argentina?
He's a real. Hey, that Suarez is a real piece of shit, isn't he?
Yeah. I'd love to see Suarez go up against Ramos in this World Cup.
Yeah.
Well, they do in the La Liga. You know?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Honestly, Ramos takes Suarez down with an armbar and Suarez Gabriel by biting his fucking neck off.
Apparently, when Suarez signed for for Barcelona, in the contract there was a no biting clause.
Yeah, there was.
There was.
Probably.
Yeah, there was. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, there was.
It's so insane. Anyways, all right.
Imagine that, for God's sake.
What's that?
When Suarez signed for Barca, there was a no biting clause in his contract.
Well, the thing is, Arsenal could have got him, right? Liverpool said we'll take 40 million, right? No, 40 million, offers start at 40 million, right? That's what they said. Arsenal puts in a bid for 40 million and £1.
I remember that. He took that absolute piss.
Liverpool told him to go and fuck themselves. You ain't having him. That's taking the piss, isn't it? Come on, man.
Yeah, only Arsenal could do that.
Just to make it 45 million, start the bidding going, we'll give you 45. Then they can come back saying that's not enough. But 40 million and £1.
Listen, Arsenal is a joke.
Yeah,
Man.
the extra pounds for
the
extra pounds for a pick and mix for the locker room or something.
Arsenal are the circus club of the UK, mate. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe things are gonna change now with the new trainer and everything, the new coach. But anyways, all right. Round of 16, Uruguay against Portugal.
Ooh.
I say extra time.
Stu's getting excited about this, bro.
I'm going to go for Portugal. I just think Ronaldo. He's just got he's just got it in him, any to turn it on the day and get a couple of blinding goals. And yeah, Uruguay, they've got Suarez has got to be on his top form. Cavani's got to be on top form, and they've got a very good chance. It's a very tough one for me, but the
Cavani's
Portuguese, I think they might just nick it 1-0 or something like that. Ronaldo goal or something.
All right.
Oh, Dr. Stillham has just agreed with me. Portugal 1, Uruguay 0. So.
There we go. Portugal wins.
I think because Portugal has so much momentum from the Euro Cup, I think they're going to do well. And I think they're going to, at the very least, reach the quarterfinals. So Portugal 1-0.
All right.
Cameron?
Yeah, I've got Portugal going through as well.
Next game, Spain against the host, Russia.
Spain.
I think Spain tear them apart.
Spain comfortably.
Now, guys, what if we have another Korea 2002 type of thing?
The thing is with Korea, that what Korea did, because they didn't have the talent, they actually had a boot camp. It's like a boot camp. They went out for months to train fitness and to tactics and bonding, and they outran a lot of teams. You know, the heat out there as well. They just running around like little whippets, weren't they? And I think they just outworked a lot of teams with they got a bit of quality on the ball as well. But the Russians don't have that. The Russians don't have that nippiness, that that energy. They're pretty on the ball and that lot, but they just don't bring anything exciting to me. I mean, the guy at Dortmund's probably there. No, he's not even fucking Russian. He's from the Ukraine. So I'm trying to think who Russia have got that's really going to... I don't know. No, I'm going with Spain. Spain 2-0. Spain 2-0.
I think Spain will win 2 or 3-0 as well.
Apology.
I think it will be annihilation. I think I'm going 4-0.
Oh, wow. That's a big shot.
Yeah.
All right. France against Croatia.
This is a good one.
That is a good game. Very good game. You're gonna have to pick. You have to pick France because on paper they've got a really good side, and they look like they could. But then again, the French have not really set the world alight themselves recently. They're just doing enough, but I don't think Croatia is strong enough at the back. I think they're going to concede goals. So I'm going to have to go with France. I'm going to agree with Dr. Steelhammer and say France 3, Croatia 1.
I think France go for. I think Croatia will score goals. I think France will probably win 3-2. I think Croatia will probably bag a few actually.
Apology.
Wouldn't be surprised if that goes into extra time actually. That game.
France 3-0. I think Croatia at the back will be chirping.
Hey, by the way, back in 1998, England didn't win the group, right?
No, they didn't. I don't think.
Who won the group then? It was Colombia, Tunisia, and Romania.
Costa Rica won it.
Romania. No, 1998.
Oh, 98.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Romania.
I think
it was Romania.
Was it Romania? I can't remember. We played in 98. That was in France, weren't it? When we went out to the Argentinians.
Yeah, it was Romania, England, Tunisia, and Colombia.
Yeah. I think we beat the Colombians 2-0, I think. We beat Tunisia 2-0, sorry. I can't remember the Colombia game. It's a long time ago, isn't it? 11 years ago.
All right.
All I remember about that tournament was that Michael Owen won the goal and then Beckham being sent off.
Yeah, I remember that. Fuck's sake. Fucking Beckham, man.
Oh, by the way, Wayne Rooney. So now he retired from international football. What's his legacy for England? Like
America. Well, he hasn't got a legacy with England no more. He's done. He'll never play. He'll never play in an English shirt again. Let's be real, man. Fucking guy's got no legs. He's done.
Yeah, I know.
The best place for him to go is go and sit in the sun with Zlatan, innit, at LA Galaxy.
Yeah. No, but what I'm asking is how
his
good
history
was
in terms of England in his career in England.
He's not going to make this team again, mate.
No, I know.
No, I think he means like his whole career as an England player.
Oh right. What? How do you look back on his career? Do you mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he's our best goal scorer ever. He's scored more goals for England than anyone. So you have to give him credit. But one goal in the last 4 tournaments, I think. Well, no, 2 goals in the last 4 tournaments. I think not good enough, is it?
That's what I'm asking. Like, was he a disappointment? Was he supposed to do more?
I mean, when he broke through the scene in the Euros, when we got to I think we got to the semis, didn't we? I mean, when we beat Croatia and everyone was going through everyone, and Rooney was on fire. He was like 18, ripping everyone to pieces. He got injured in the Portugal game, I think, and we just weren't the same team after that. And we went out the tournament, and we was expected him to go on and do big things for England after that, but he flopped in every tournament. Never fit. Always got a metatarsal injury. Always fat and overweight. I mean, not the sort of guy you want to put the country's hopes behind. And that's unfortunate for Rooney.
What year was it, Stu, when he was having a really good season at United, and you know, people were saying, you know, he'll do well for England? Was it 2014 and he just completely flopped? Was it that year?
Say that again, bro.
Do you remember when Wayne Rooney he was having a really good season for United? It was the year of the World Cup. Was it 2014 when he went to the World Cup? He just had absolutely fuck all. Or was it 2010? Can't remember what year it was.
2010, I think.
Yeah, I remember. Rooney really let us down that year.
You're terrible. The guy couldn't even pass a ball 5 or 6 yards straight. That's how bad he was for England sometimes.
It might have been the Euros, actually, not the World Cup.
And let's be real. One of them goals in the 2 goals in the 4 tournaments since that tournament I was on about, since the Euros when he did well, since that 4 tournaments, 2 goals.
Penalty.
Right. One of them goals was a tap-in against Sweden. It was a yard out. So this guy's flopped. Big time. And that's why England fans have had enough of the guy in an England shirt. It's time to move on. I mean, let's be real. Who are you going to pick? Wayne Rooney now or Harry Kane? Take a pick.
Yeah, fuck that, man.
Yeah.
Really.
Harry Kane actually scores goals, man. Like
for me, Harry Kane as an all-round striker is the best striker in the world. I'm not saying he's the best player because Ronaldo, Messi are better, but I think as an all-round striker, he's good in the air. He's strong. His link-up play is good. He can run on the end of things. He scores 30-yarders. His finishing's great with both feet. Just an all-round striker for me. Him and Lewandowski. It's between him and Lewandowski, and I think he's better than Lewandowski. I think he is.
All right. Moving on.
Certainly has potential. But I'm
I
just
like
afraid
I like little Firmino at Liverpool. I think he does a tremendous job for Liverpool. He just does all everything links through him. His touches here,
Yeah.
but when he's off his game, Liverpool don't click. I mean, that's problem. That was the problem in the Champions League. They lost Salah, their best player, and then you're looking to see who's going to step up. And Mane stepped up, but unfortunately, fucking. Yeah, Firmino didn't. And to talking about Senegal, quickly going back to Senegal in the group stage.
Senegal.
Yeah, I mean Leroy Sané is actually his dad is from Senegal. His dad was a Senegalese international footballer, and his mum was a German gymnast, a bronze medalist, I think. So Senegal, obviously, with Leroy Sané in the team, I probably would have been picking them through, but unfortunately, it weren't like that. So it is what it is.
All right. Moving on. Let's see. We have Argentina against Denmark.
That's a tough one, man. I'm going to go with Argentina just for Messi, the Messi magic. Denmark need Eriksen to pull the strings. Everything goes through Eriksen. If Eriksen has a day off, then Denmark are in trouble. Argentina have still got the quality there, haven't they? Like I said, they've still got Messi, Higuain, Sergio Aguero.
Higuain. You know, from what I heard, Argentinians they're very angry that Higuain is still in the team.
He scores goals for him, though.
Isn't he scoring a load of goals for Napoli?
You know, he's the one that missed the penalty in the final. You remember against Germany 4 years ago? He missed a clear shot at goal.
Yeah, he did. That was too bad.
Yeah. Missed, well, to be fair though, he missed about 4 sitters against Spurs in the Champions League this season.
Yeah.
But they like him. I mean, the Paolo. I'd play a 3. I'd play Sergio Aguero at top. I'd play Messi to the left of him and Paulo Dybala to the right of him. I mean, that's what I'd do.
So I guess it's Argentina for sure. Well, for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Argentina 2, Denmark 1.
Cameron?
I think Argentina will probably win 1-0, to be honest. I think it'll be quite a close game. But I think Argentina will create more chances and they'll probably bag a goal, get through.
Apology.
Yeah, similar to Cameron, Argentina 1-0. I think Denmark will probably part the bus. Then Argentina will probably find that little piece of magic and score 1 goal.
All right. Oh boy. Brazil against Mexico.
Sorry, but Joe.
Yeah, I think this is where it ends again.
Sorry about this one, bro. But I think this is where we cut ties with Mexico in this hangout. Do you know what I mean? I just don't think. I think Brazil's going to. Brazil know how to play teams like Mexico. They play them constantly in the South American championships. Because Mexico they play in the Copa America now, don't they? Mexico.
But sometimes they don't send their best team because
Mexico. Oh, don't they?
Yeah, they have to play the other shitty cup like that we have. Canada,
what
US.
the CONCACAF is it?
Yeah,
is it the
CONCACAF?
What with the USA, Canada, and fucking Puerto
Rico? I remember the CONCACAF on the fucking Pro Evolution Soccer games. Fuck me.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the thing about Mexico. Mexico really should come out of that organization and go with the South American organization. At least playing quality sides. But I think Mexico are smart. I think if they went into the South American qualifying, they'd probably struggle to qualify. But while they're in this one, they're going to go to every World Cup there ever is.
True, true. So we're going with Brazil.
Yeah, because I mean, did Mexico lose to Trinidad and Tobago or something like that? I heard.
At some point, yeah, but I mean, fuck, the
I
it's a
thought
qualifier. Something
Trinidad got a draw with them or something, or beat them
this in this
recently. I
time
don't know.
around.
Must
No,
have
this
heard
time
wrong.
around they went undefeated. Oh, well, they lost the last game, but they didn't care. They were already qualified. They beat the
Yeah.
U.S. They beat Costa Rica home and away. They beat. I know they tied Costa Rica away. They did pretty well.
The thing with the thing with Mexico, they always hold their own in big games, but they just don't have enough up front.
Did
They
you
just
guys
don't
see,
have enough. They just don't
guys?
have enough up front. Someone's going to, pull them a winner out of nowhere, and they just haven't got that.
Mexico against
Hernandez. Sorry, bro, go on.
So no, it's because what you're saying is true. Because when Mexico played in the last World Cup, they in the round of 16, they played the Netherlands, and they finished third. The Netherlands. Mexico was winning the whole game until the 80th minute. There was 10 minutes left. They received the goal, so it was 1-1, and then there was a penalty in the 93rd minute. Like it was over. Like basically, it was injury time, and it wasn't even a real fucking penalty. Fucking what's his name? The bald guy. Jesus. Robin. Iron Robin. He fucking fakes a penalty, man. And that's how Mexico got out of that shit World Cup, man. Like, so they don't have the mentality to maintain a score, man. They were winning the whole fucking game, man. It was 10 minutes.
Yeah,
only.
that's
10 fucking
Mexico.
minutes.
They'll take the lead, and they never kill teams off, do they, bro?
No,
they can't. They don't have the talent.
They don't have they don't have the forwards. I mean, like I said, Hernandez on his own, and then when you look at, I mean, like I said, I think there's a new generation of Mexicans coming through. They're a decent unit. They're not. They'll beat most teams in the world, Mexico, but unfortunately, not Brazil. Not the top guys, not the big boys around here. And Brazil fall into that category. And I'm going to go for a 2-0 win. I don't think Brazil are going to smash them off the park. Mexico don't get beat like that, so it's going to be 2-0.
All right.
Yeah, but I agree. Yeah, me too.
I think we'll go to extra time, and there's going to be Brazil's going to nick in extra time, 2-1.
All right. Now we have Germany.
Bucho, who are you picking in that one, Bucho?
Brazil. I have to.
All
But
right.
obviously, my heart is with Mexico, so you never know. You never know. Germany against Serbia.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Germans. Tough game for Germany. That is a tough game for them. They're not going to walk that one. Like that could go back and forth. That game. It's going to be a close one. But I think the Germans, just like I said, they know how to get results. I'm just going to pick them to win that one 1-0. I don't think Germany have got a thrashing in them. You know when they beat Brazil 7-1. I don't think this team's got that in them. I think 1-0. 7-0. No, it was 7-1, wasn't it? Or 7-0?
7-1.
7-1. There was a goal.
Yeah, fucking. Who was it? Who was it that scored the goal from? Oh,
Fred.
shit.
Was it
Fred? Fred. Yeah.
That guy.
That guy was terrible.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
The Brazilians
Brazilians
hated that guy, man. They hated him.
Yeah,
by the
he
way,
was shit.
Somebody in the chat said it's true. Mexico played Brazil in the last World Cup and they tied 0-0. That was in the group stage, obviously. So
Yeah.
there is potential there for something, but I don't know. I don't think so. It's a knockout stage game, and there's no way. Anyways, going back to Germany, Serbia. So I guess we'll agree Germany. They might not score a lot of goals, but it's just better than Serbia. What do you think, Apology?
Germany.
Yeah.
2-0.
Okay. England against Colombia.
I'm going to go for an England win. I think we're too young, too quick. We've got a lot of pace on our side.
Now,
and I think
this is when the mentality kicks in. Those two, you know.
This is the problem.
Yeah.
This is the problem, bro. But it depends. Like I said, with England, man, I'm going by that our manager's going to pick our strongest team, play with the formation that we've been getting used to, and let them go and express themselves. If he does that, then I'm going to pick an England win 2-0.
Now, does it matter that the
But
World Cup is?
if he goes, if it's that mentality, well, we can't concede, just sit back, we might nick one, then we're going to lose. So,
Does it matter?
but I've seen a lot in this young England team's got a lot of pace. It's good on the ball as well. We pass the ball around quite nicely. I think our energy and our pace will be a bit too much for the Colombians, who are a bit lethargic, shall we say, in their work rate.
Does it matter that the World Cup is taking place in Europe?
They do have some pretty good players, but I'm going to 2-0.
Does it matter that the World Cup it's being played in Europe instead of South America? Because that, apparently when World Cups take place in Europe, South American teams don't do that well.
No, they really struggle. I don't know why that is either. I really don't, because European teams do all right in South America. I mean, when you look and in Central America, I mean, I think in '86, in '86, the Germans got to the final. Do you know what I mean? England did well. England got robbed by the Argies, but the European sides do all right over in America. But the vice versa, the South Americans do quite struggle over here, don't they? I don't know why.
Yep.
The thing is, Matty Clare's saying temperature in the chat, but surely playing in Europe's a lot better conditions than playing in the heat in South America. I mean, surely.
Well, Costa Rica did pretty well in the last World Cup, and they had England, Uruguay, and Italy. A lot of people attributed that to the
top the group,
weather.
didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, so you're saying England wins, Cameron?
Yeah, I think England win 2-0.
Apology.
I think it goes to penalties and England loses.
Whoa, they win by penalty kicks.
And they lose by.
Oh, they lose?
Yeah, I think they choked this game.
Come on, don't say.
Apology being controversial.
Yeah.
Been a controversial.
No, I'm serious. Like in 2015, Iceland, we should have breezed past them and we didn't.
Yeah, I think this is a different team though, bro. That team was gutless. Had a gutless manager. Had a gutless manager with gutless players and unfit fatties like Wayne Rooney.
But it's always, I mean, England. I remember 2006. Oh, it's a very good team. Then they lost. And then in 2010, they were like, oh, it's the same 2016, but with a bit more experience, blah, blah, blah. And same story. So there's always a story, right?
Under Roy Hodgson, our former manager, Roy Hodgson, right? All he kept talking about was, when it was coming to a tournament as well, we're building for the next one. We're building for this guy had no intentions of trying to win any of these tournaments, just building for the next one. What sort of man? This is a guy. See, this is a problem. When a manager gets a mindset that when he don't win anything, he gets a mindset of just surviving. It's a terrible manager to have. It's all right when you're at the bottom struggling, but when you want to go and win things, that's why Sam Allardyce is not like to Everton, because he's got that mentality of keeping teams up in the Premier League, surviving. He hasn't got that mentality to go and take a game by the horns and and go after the win and put teams to bed. But no, these managers don't have it. Britain has got some terrible managers. UK managers are the worst on the planet for me.
Well,
who are some of the managers you got right? Who are some of the managers that are in England right now? Fucking David Moyes. Fucking
Harry Redknapp. Harry Redknapp.
Pardew sacked. Moyes sacked.
Allardyce.
Wait, what about
sacked?
Harry Redknapp.
That's just this season.
Stu. Harry Redknapp. He's a good.
I mean, he's had. Oh fucking hell! He's had more fucking clubs than the Sticker album, hasn't he?
Yeah, but for England, he would be pretty good, no?
Yeah, well, he was never going to.
Speaking of sticker albums, when I was growing up, I used to get all the World Cup sticker albums and cards and everything like that with all my mates. They were fucking good days, they were.
Yeah, Panini sticker books, man.
Panini. I think it was Merlin at one point as well.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I remember that. Hey, mate, fucking had the good old days, mate. I remember when I used to come home from school, get some change off my mum, run to the shop, go and get the stickers. You got a chewing gum with it, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah, man.
and get the players. I had this book, man, and you know when them shiny ones used to pop out, the badges of the clubs, the shiny one. When you saw a shiny one, you knew that. Yeah, man. And you take it in school, swap it back. This one's worth 3 of them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I used to do that, man. Like, when I was growing up, when I was in junior school, they used to be called shootout cards. And we used to collect them all, man. We used to swap. We used to take them in. You go to the shop, get a fucking Steven Gerrard 5-star rating. I'd be like, listen, I'm going to take that. No cunt's getting a hold of that.
Yeah. That's proper. Hey, that's proper. That's proper being a kid. That is. These days they're stuck on their fucking iPhones. They're not interested in little things like sticker albums and collecting stuff. And
they used to be 35p, man. Like when I was on, they were 35p. Like, and now they're like £1 a pack. It's a joke.
Yeah.
Hey, mate. Me and my mates, we didn't used to get together and play on the PlayStation. There wasn't no such thing. We had to get the Monopoly board out, and it'd be them sort of things. And it really is the best way to grow up. I mean, technology's ruined a lot of children's lives growing up. They're stuck on their phones. They're like zombies. They've not enjoyed the life.
Me and my mates used to go down the shop and used to buy the football cards all the time, buy loads of packs. Used to get swapsies and things like that. Used to have like a second album for all the swaps and that.
Yeah, I remember. Fuck me. The first book I had, Kenny Dalglish was the manager of Liverpool.
I remember him. Yeah.
I used to have. Those were good times. I used to have Thierry Henry.
They had Cow as well. Yeah.
Oh, those obviously this was around 2003 when I first got my first lot. This is when Van Nistelrooy, Henry, and all that lot. Michael Owen were in the Prem. Good days.
All right. So going back to England, Colombia, we have England winning. Now we have Poland against Belgium.
Sorry, Pavel. I'm going to go with Belgium.
All right.
2 goals to 1. I think it's going to be close. I think the Poles. I think they rely on Lewandowski too much. I think they rely on him too much. I think.
Stu Pavel just went thank you, Stu, in the chat.
I mean, let's be real. I'll put them through the group stages. I mean, you got to keep it real. Poland are not going to get steamrolled. That's for sure. It's going to be a tight game because Belgium don't set the world alike themselves. But when you look at the Belgium team, you got to fancy them against the Poles. So I'm going to go for 2-1 to Belgium.
Yeah, I think Belgium win as well. Be 2-0.
Yes, 2-1.
Belgium wins. All right.
Pavel's just about to put a dislike on this video, by the way.
No, I think he said
that. We've got one dislike, and we know who did that. Michael Stott.
No, that's Boot Show. He's disliking his own video because we picked Mexico go out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shut this whole thing down. All right. Oh, by the way, I contacted Hamed for the debate too, so we're gonna build that up.
Hey, what's going on here? Obviously, I don't want to go off topic, but what's this?
Well, Hamed, for some fucking reason, is calling out Precise and Stu. He wants to debate them. So I said, okay, if Stu wants to debate him, I don't care. Fuck.
But it was just for like 45 minutes. I can't be doing a 2-hour debate with Hamed. I can't, man. I'm going to lose my mind. So
it's ironic how you yawned when you said that as well.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely up for it. I've got my little clips that I need to bring to the table, and I will do. I've got some facts that I'm going to bring, and it should be a good little fucking debate. I mean, I don't know what Hammer's going to come with. I don't really know what he can come with, but
maybe nothing. Maybe he just wants to be on the show, and he's just fucking calling you out just to be.
Well, yeah, he told Ring IQ not to come on the show, but he wanted to come on the show. You don't come on Ring IQ, but I'm going to go on to debate Stu.
This guy's schizophrenic. That's what I keep saying. He's schizophrenic. One day he says something, next day he changes his mind. He's all over the fucking place, man. Anyway.
I just want to respond to Evan Fields. He asked what the debate's about. It's actually about Anui. I mean, Hamed's new found hero is Anui, and it was obviously a bit of a follow-on from the Precise Ring IQ debate. But with that debate, I just felt that there wasn't a lot of resumes being brought up, you know, performances and talk about that, you know, going up the divisions. I just thought that was all lacking. It was just more of an argument about their opinion and stuff. So I just think it's just going to be a different angle.
Oi,
Like,
fellas,
beside-
I'm going to pop off for a bit. I'll be back in a bit, all right?
All right.
Right, I'll be back. I'm staying on the call, but I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Mute yourself, man. All right.
Yeah, done, man.
Thanks. All right. Portugal against France.
Oh, I'm gonna pick the French.
The rematch.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the French. I think the French will get them back for this one. Let's be real. Portugal were lucky in the last one. They had like one shot on goal, a 30-yarder that's went into the bottom corner. So I'm gonna say France. I think they could do a number on Brazil. I'm gonna say 3-1.
Apology.
Not Brazil.
France.
Yeah,
Portugal.
France 3-1 against
Right.
Portugal.
Yeah,
I think Portugal has France's number. We'll have to go Portugal.
well, since we don't have Cameron over here, I'm gonna go with France. So that's 2 votes over 1. So France advances to the semifinals. Now we have a juicy match: Spain against Argentina.
Oh, fuck me. That's the sort of game where you actually, you know, try a bit of cocaine for the first time, isn't it? Watching that, fuck's sake, what a good.
I'm gonna go with Spain, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Spain. I've got a terrible echo. Sorry, bro.
So it's gonna go away. It should. I don't hear anything, but
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the RGs went through, but I'm gonna have to. When they played each other last time, Spain tore them to pieces, didn't they? So, you know, at the end of the day, I know it's going to be a different side, but that back three or back four, whatever it is still going to be the same. And I fancy Spain. They know how to get to finals, don't they?
yeah, it seems. It's funny that Spain before the Euro 2008, Spain was a huge disappointment. Oh wait, they did have a Euro that they won in the 70s or 60s, but at World Cups, Spain was always a disappointment, like a huge. Considering
Yeah,
that
they went years.
Considering the fact that they have one of the best leagues in the world, Spain was a fucking disappointment. But now they know how to play these tournaments and they go far.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Spain as well. Apology.
I mean, we just mentioned. Sorry, apology.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, fine. Spain 3-2. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be like down to one mistake. I think one Argentine player is going to slip or something, and then Spain's going to capitalize.
All right. Any more comments about that game? By the way, somebody in the chat say Messi is the whole team. Basically.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. But the thing is, the RGs have got some very good players if they get the right system and put them in the right place. Like me, if I was the manager, I'd play Aguero up top. I'd play Messi just off him one side and Paulo Dybala on the other side. You know, and if you played that free would terrorise anyone.
Yeah.
But then at the back, you've got Otamendi fucking making all sorts of mistakes. So.
By the way, did you see what Messi just said like a few weeks ago or something? He said, "We are not favorites to win the World Cup." And then somebody else, and then Maradona said the same thing. They're trying to take away the pressure. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
it's not gonna work. They know they have to win it. You know what I mean? Like they have Messi, they have the best player in the world. Come on, but they're trying anything they can to take away that pressure. I don't think it's gonna work. I think Spain is gonna be too much for them, and Spain. All right. Ooh. Brazil against England. Now, think with your head.
Yeah, I'm going to pick England. No.
But you never know, man. I mean, fuck.
Brazil on penalties.
Oh, shit.
Brazil on penalties.
Apology.
Yeah, I'll go the same. Brazil on penalty. I think Brazil is too at the back, and England will probably score into penalty.
Now Brazil, they lost 7-1 in the last World Cup. Is that shit still gonna haunt them, or are they past it?
I think the pressure they had in Brazil was too much for them. They were poor at the back. The Germans will always exploit weaknesses, and they did that in the first 25 minutes when the game was over. So I don't think this is going to happen again, especially not from England. So penalties. It could be a 2-2 game, and then on penalties, because I think we can score against Brazil because they are dodgy at the back.
Brazil beats England. All right, Germany against Belgium.
The Germans. I'm going to go 1-0 the Germans.
Apology.
1-0 Germany.
Semi-finals. We have France against Brazil.
Fucking ass.
This is. I mean, I'm gonna go with France, man. I don't know why I get this feeling. France is gonna win the whole thing.
I'm gonna go with France as well. 2-1.
I don't know, man. Both teams have been kind of poor recently. So I'll probably go Brazil.
I'm gonna have to go with France. So 2-1. France wins and is in the semi-final. Then we have Spain against Germany. Damn.
I'm gonna go with Spain.
I was gonna say that. I think
Yeah.
Germany doesn't have the same.
Spain know how to play the Germans. They know how to beat the Germans. They beat them quite comfortably in one of the finals recently. So I just think that their style of play is one way to beat the Germans, and I'm gonna have to go with Spain. 2-0.
Yeah, apology.
I think Spain has Germany's number, so
yeah,
it will be Spain 2-0.
All right. The final. Wait, who wins the third place? Brazil or Germany?
The Germans.
Yeah. Apology.
Brazil. Once Brazil are out, they're not going to be up for a third place game because third place is not good enough in Brazil.
Yeah. They'll just collapse. All right.
Yeah.
Big final. The big final. France against Spain.
I'm going to go Spain on penalties.
I'm going to Spain extra time.
I was going to say France extra time. All right. So you guys think Spain's going to make it again? Holy fucking shit.
Yeah, look. I mean, the Europeans look strong.
Yeah. Well, there's always more European teams that have a chance of winning it. You know what I mean? So,
but I think to be fair, there's more quality there. I mean, if you start taking a lot of these European teams out of the World Cup and then adding teams from your organisation like fucking Trinidad and Tobago and the Dominican Republic or whatever, it's not.
Well, the next World Cup is gonna be a piece of shit because it's gonna be there's gonna be 48 teams that qualify. 48.
Yeah.
So what do you mean?
And it's gonna be in a fucking desert.
Yes. It's the stupidest thing ever, man. So you can drink.
I tell you what, England are gonna come back with like 3 players in a fucking coffin playing in that heat, mate. I'm telling you.
Man. And you know over there they're gonna you can't drink, right? So, but they're gonna have.
I'm hearing they're gonna put. I'm hearing they're putting big fans in the ground to like swirl around the pitch. But then it's gonna affect the ball, surely.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know how powerful it is, but
I don't know, but
the drinking. I was gonna get to that. Yeah. So you can't drink over there. So they're gonna, but they will create some special places where you can actually drink. But that's the stupidest idea ever because you're gonna have all these drunk people caged in.
yeah.
You just be ready to fucking fight. I mean, that's very smart.
But when you drink a lot in that heat, it's not good for you.
It really
Oh
is.
yeah, you're dehydrated. You're gonna fucking
Yeah.
pass out, man. It's just ridiculous.
I
man.
got a
But
feeling. I
fuck
got a
ups.
feeling. Don't be surprised. Horrible thing to say. Touch wood, it don't happen. But it wouldn't surprise me in that World Cup if you see a few fans like actually just pass away, fucking through
Yeah,
heat.
most likely.
Oh yeah, especially the Europeans. They're not used to the heat like that, and they're gonna be
Especially if
drinking.
Ireland make it. Fuck me.
Iceland.
Yeah.
All right.
So we got Spain then. So basically the BDA prediction show
Yeah.
has forecasted the winner of the World Cup coming up next week is going to be Spain. So we've broke down what we could. You know, we've talked about the teams as much as we. You know, we're not exactly football experts, but we know enough to get a show. A lot of the guys have agreed with what we've said. I mean, it was a good little discussion, and it is what it is. Just because we say Spain's going to win it, doesn't mean anything. I mean, could play.
Well, I
Someone
still
else
think
could.
Mexico's
Like,
gonna win it, but
so, England could come and shock the world. Do you know what I mean? You just don't know, do you? I mean, but yeah,
listen, there's always a
Spain.
dark horse. We didn't do the dark
Yeah.
horse. We went with the statistics and like the players, but if we talk about like we know there's gonna be a dark horse and or maybe two dark horses. So I don't know. We were talking about
Yeah.
Senegal. You kept talking about Senegal. It could be. I mean, one of these African teams might fucking
Yeah.
pull it off, man.
Yeah, well, Ghana did it. Ghana, basically, like I said, we just said a little while ago, Ghana were robbed from a semi-final place, weren't they? Let's be real, by Luis Suarez.
Semi-final. That's impressive. I mean, semi-finals. It's you get to the semi-finals and you did
The
a
thing
pretty
is with
good
Ghana,
job.
though, that they had Asamoah Gyan, and he turned it on in that tournament, and he was getting them important goals, but they need more. They need more of their stars to step up. These African sides because they've got individual talents in their side, but one player is not going to win you a World Cup. You need other players to step up, and I think that's the problem with a lot of the Africans. They've got 3 or 4 worldies, and then they're surrounded by donkeys.
Racist.
Racist.
No, I'm just. It is what it is. They just can't defend. Very, very good on the ball, very strong and athletic, very quick. Just can't defend, and that's why I would never pick an African team to win a big tournament like this until I see some organisation in their football.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, so I guess I should end the show now.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming.
Unless you want to quickly quickly get everyone's opinion on the boxing last night.
No, I'm gonna do that next time with BDA because that way we can all discuss the fight.
Why don't you do a boxing show tonight then?
See what time
Was BDA not around tonight?
No, but I can tell him.
No, not tonight. Tonight, I asked why you didn't do it. Why did we do the football instead of boxing? Do you want to do it?
I did the football because I don't know during the week. Listen, the World Cup starts on Thursday, so
yeah.
I mean, who knows what has happened in the week during the week? Just get it over with.
It's a good little show anyway. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. We'll probably do a boxing show tomorrow. I'm glad we had that fucking copyright thing cleared because they shut down our stream. That we couldn't stream on this channel. It's like, what the fuck? I'm pretty sure
disgraceful.
I'm pretty sure Top Rank or whatever paid this company to go and check if somebody was live streaming the fight.
Yeah,
but we weren't streaming.
And they're being lazy, weren't they? They were being lazy, not even checking to see what was going on. They just see the title
and streaming and tons of people watching. It's probably a fucking fight.
flagged it. Yeah, that's terrible. That is. That's lazy work. That is. What happened then? Did you have to ring them up?
No, I sent them an email.
Oh, and they got back to you, did they?
Immediately, yeah.
Immediately?
Like, yeah, like 5 minutes later, it's like, whoop, yeah, we're gonna check it out. I'm like, okay. Then a few minutes later, they said that the copyright claim has been removed. Apologies. I just went like, okay, thank you, blah blah blah. Like,
yeah, fair enough. What did you say to them, Butcho?
Oh, I wrote a whole letter, man.
Oh, did you?
No, not a whole letter. Like a few, like a paragraph, not a paragraph. Like just saying that. Well, like I think you probably made a mistake. We want to stream. We did not stream any video content or any copyrighted material. We're searching for the copyright to be retracted. Thank you. No, that's it.
Oh, fair enough. At least so that's really it. Because that when you got a strike on your channel, you can't do hour long streams, can you?
You can stream at all,
can't you?
Yeah.
They removed the streaming cable.
2 weeks or 2 months or something.
Yeah,
that's bad. That is, man.
Anyways,
did you get that other video back in the second?
Yeah, the video's back. The video's back.
No, the other one, the second Renaissance.
Oh no, that one disappeared, and I don't know what the fuck happened with that. I didn't get anything. We didn't get any notifications. It's fucking weird. I don't know, man. Hey, we should do another Renaissance this week.
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
All right.
We should. Do you know what we should talk about?
What?
Trump.
Trump.
Yeah, that'll get people going, man. The fucking people get angry in the chat talking about Trump.
Oh, we could.
Or politics. Feminist. Just talk about. We don't have to talk about Trump. Let's talk about politics.
Well, politics. People are gonna be really divided. Yeah, I really don't care. Some people in the chat.
What can we talk about though? What can we talk? We've talked about demons, the flat Earth.
Yeah.
What else have we spoken about? MGTOWs. We've done MGTOW. Yeah. Yeah, it's a hard one, isn't it?
Hollywood.
And what?
Hollywood.
Yeah, Hollywood fucking pedophiles and shit over there, man. Why not, man?
We should just put it all into one, really. We shouldn't just have one topic. We should talk about a few.
Yeah. My approach to the second Renaissance is no topics, and when you start the show, and then we'll see where we end. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right then, no problems. So we'll do a show. Yeah, we'll get hold of me tomorrow if you're doing a show, innit?
Yeah, I'll get back to you.
All right then.
All right, guys, take care. Thank you for showing
nice one,
up.
Butch. See that, boys.
Yeah. See you, Apology. Thank you for joining. Cameron as well. I don't know where you are, but if you're listening, we're ending the show. So thank you for coming. Everybody in the chat, thank you for showing up. Spain is going to win the World Cup according to our predictions. We'll see if that becomes true or not. I think Mexico's going to win it, but I just didn't want to say it in front of everybody. I'm joking. All right. So thank you guys, and I'll see you next time.